Have you ever wondered what life is like at the edge of the world? Well, new show North of North takes us all the way to the Arctic for a heartfelt and hilarious story of self-discovery. Now, we caught up with the star Anna to hear all about her character's bold journey in the small town of Ice Cove. Take a look. North of North is Netflix's first Canadian original series set in the Arctic. It follows a young woman who leaves her marriage publicly to find herself.
Yeah, we've got the star right now, Anna, joining us to talk about the story, the setting, and why this series is so special. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Sure.
Absolutely. Anna, how would you describe the journey of your character?
Yeah, I think, Siaya is a young Inuk woman, a young Inuk mother, who is just trying to figure herself out and what she wants and where she wants to go. Because where we find her in the beginning, she's unsatisfied with her life and unfulfilled. And even though she has, everything that, society, community tells you that you want, she's still like there's something missing. It really is a second coming of age story, and throughout the season, she figures out who she is and what she wants, or at least a part of that, and forges her own path and what it means to be a young, modern Inuk woman.
Yeah. Watching the trailer, it looks like it's full of comedy, full of heart. My question is, what was it like filming in the Arctic?
Yeah, I mean, it was so nice because watching it might be quite unfamiliar to a lot of people, but it was incredibly familiar to me. We shot it in my hometown of Iqaluit Nunavut. So being able to shoot this show surrounded by community, surrounded by family, by people that I grew up with, I went to school with, was so special. So it posed a lot of challenges. Iqaluit isn't set up with the infrastructure to host, a production the size of a Netflix production. But we, at all times that we could, made do with what we had and the resources we had. And, we had crew who were such good sports and a community that wanted us to win. So it was such a special shooting experience, and one I hold very near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, that's really neat
So
in your
cool.
hometown.
I was going to say, that's so special to shoot it in your hometown. What does it mean for you to share this story?
I think, sharing the story, I'm really excited about, I think, changing the way that the North is represented. People often think that it's just dark and cold and empty, and that's not true at all. The way that I've always known the North and growing up in it is with so much warmth and so much brightness and so much joy and laughter. And I think being able to kind of change the way that the North is represented in film and television and the way Inuit are represented is so exciting and such a privilege. And, as well being able to do it with the showrunners, Stacey Augluck MacDonald and Alethea Anchak Baril, and some of our castmates that are from the North, like Micah Harper, who plays Nevi, my mom, or Zorga Kaunak, who plays Millie. We all had this really strong sense of community and responsibility to tell the story in the best way possible. So it's just been, the biggest pleasure to share this with so many people who are just as excited as I am.
Yeah, and you've kind of already answered this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What is something that you hope that the audiences take away from the series when they watch it on Netflix?
Yeah, I just hope that people see the North as it truly is, as we know it. I think having now the platform and the control over our own stories is so important and so special, because we get to show the North and our communities as we know them. And that's with warmth and with love and a really, really strong sense of culture and identity. And, how we get through hardship and how we get through hard times is by leaning into one another. So yeah, I'm excited for people to know that we do exist, that we're up there, and, that we're a story worth telling and a story worth watching.
Yes, certainly.
Awesome.
And our viewing audience, you can see North of North right now. It's streaming on Netflix. Thanks again for joining us.
Anna.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I
this
cannot
is
wait
on
to
my
watch.
list. I got to go binge.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's right.